So how likely do you think it is that when the troops do pull out, if the Obama exit strategy does pull through, that Iraq will be able to support itself and not fall into the level of corruption it was before we started?
Well, I don't think that they're outside of the level of corruption that they were before. I think it's still there. So when we leave, there's going to be a vacuum of sorts, and Iraq will come to some sort of, kind of buoyancy again that will be distinctly Iraqi. And I think the average Iraqi will suffer. They won't have the lives that they would like to have. Some of them will wish that we were back. A lot of them will wish for some sort of strong man to make it all happen. And they'll be willing to forego some of the freedoms that they should be entitled to in order to have that strong man to make things not mellow, but to make them stable.
So you think they might fall back under some sort of dictatorship or totalitarian government?
I think that's almost where they feel most comfortable. They haven't fought for their own freedom. They don't have that sense of owning it. And we came in and then we said, hey, everybody have a bag of freedom. And some of them, really latched onto it and wanted it and have done great things as a result of it. But a lot of them, were kind of like the proverbial hog looking at a wristwatch. Just like, what do I do with this? Because they look at freedom was someone's going to give me a bunch of stuff. And that's not what freedom is either. It's responsibility. It's, okay, now we work on merit. We don't work on, what tribe you are from or whose family you come from or how much money, where you fall in the pecking order of society. It is, okay, if you come in and you're the smartest kid in the class, then you'll be the ones that can go on to higher education. And, the world needs people that shine shoes, and that will be you today because you didn't really measure up in school. Those sorts of things. So, Iraq, when we leave, there'll be a vacuum, there'll be more violence. They might come to some sort of stability. It might be because of a strong man. It might come from a weak sort of coalition government that starts to work towards some sort of democratic ideals and participation, or not. Whatever it is in the end, 10 years from now, they'll own it. And we will have played a part in kind of setting them on that path. And they'll either become what they want to, it's almost like because of or in spite of us. And the way I see it, as long as their government isn't a threat to the United States, it's not sponsoring terrorism or causing the kinds of trouble where, innocent Americans are getting, killed on airliners and stuff like that, then, do what you got to do. But at the point in time when you are a physical threat to the United States, then I say we should deal with them.
All right. Is there anything else?
No, we haven't mentioned that you'd like to talk about.
No, whatever your questions are.
Well, we mostly just wanted to hear about your experiences and your job and things. So
it's been good. I've worked a great amount of hours and years with the military, and through all of that, whether it's missing my children's birthdays or just being in lousy environments and seeing some awful things, I feel very rich for that experience and very appreciative for what we have here. I feel like I can be a better father. I can be a better citizen. Having that appreciation for the opportunities that we have as Americans is invaluable. And that I guess I'm arrogant enough to think I've had a small impact on a handful of people that I've worked with overseas. I feel good about that. And I think those are the kinds of things that are worthwhile and perpetuate the idea of what it is to be American, around the world. And it's important for us to portray that to other countries and other populations, to say, you can have hope, you can have, freedom. It has to be your own type, but you can do those things. There is a better life for you if you're not satisfied with the one that you have. You just have to work for it.
all right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure meeting you both.
Mhm.
Yeah.